So, I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Hello, it's me again. Always smiles. I know, I'm a joker. But, I'm back. And I said I would talk about fairies. So, I'm going to talk about fairies. What I've looked up online. I will leave links below where I got my information. Maybe I threw something, I'm sorry. Just like garbage. It's not garbage. This isn't the page. I write it down in a book. Alright. Erwin Sauder. If I say these wrong, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say his name, but you can look for him for pictures. I really think that's a fairy. What he caught. Yes, I wear glasses. Maybe I'll put them on for a bit. So he has pictures. If you want more pictures, go to Unexplained Mysteries. They have more pictures. You just have to look up them. And then I found really pretty good information that you can just watch, like an information video, an info commercial. That's what people think, but I think of information. But moon chicken and moon chicken. Good way to remember it. Moon chicken in production. And, like, there's more. I've watched, like, Galaga. I've watched all of them on, like, a whole bunch of them. But, like, people don't want to watch, like, a 45-minute, like, documentary on fairies. So, I didn't watch those. Well, I have watched those. But I didn't watch those to get the information or pictures. Because people want to see things. Like, I know seeing's believing to the cruel world, because you guys can't just believe. You have to see. Like you don't see Santa, but you still believe, man. Just saying. I do believe in fairies. Alright, so they pretty much classify fairies, like, so they can come to our realm and they can go to their own realms, but there depends on, like, any mythology or anything. I'm using Essence. It has the sticker from Shoppers Drug Mart on it. You hear me, Canada. Shoppers Drug Mart. That's not the song for it. I don't even know what it is. If there's even a theme song. And I don't even know if there's, like, I don't know. I don't even want to go there. I'm not starting that. It makes me use more of my brain in a way I don't want to use today. Oh, I might need that back. But yeah, it all depends on mythology. The most mythology that has anything written, or I'm going to try to make it that I'm a little bit more on this. I got a request. Well, I got told by me, man. And you can see all my acne. Lovely mask. Thank you, the mask. This is the joy of the mask. I feel like even if I clean my, wash my face every day, it won't go away. That mask is evil. And I get acne from, like, eating junk. Like everyone else. So I think I'm going to do a green look. I think bhcosmetics could be my friend today. A little bit of shine. I don't know. Maybe some Essence Chrome. Some silver. Because I don't think I want gold with this look. There's no green in that. There's green in that, but I don't want that one. Alright. So, I love Take Me Back to Brazil. Okay. These palettes are awesome. You guys want to know the difference. So, hang on. This one's been used a little bit more. This one got broken. It fell in shipping. But here we go. So one's like a full shimmer palette, and one's like this is Take Me Back to Brazil Rio. This is just Take Me Back to Brazil. And I like them. Like, it gives you every color of the rainbow. It doesn't give you browns, but like every palette has browns these days. So I'm going to take this. Take it and run. But they're really, really affordable, nice makeup. Like, I kind of accidentally shoved my fingers in. So, I don't know how good my light is. It's just like pure awesomeness. I actually really like this. And we're going to check out the Galaxy Chichi. While we're making our fairy look, talking about fairies. And then we'll probably show you things as I go. Alright, so these two can step aside. We're going to start with a matte green. So, hold the cat phone. Let's use this brush. Alright. I gotta move things around a little bit so I can see things. So what I've read is that fairies can like hop from the realm to the next, but people aren't very sure that if fairies are from like just in our earth, they live in our earth and they're just depleting in rice because they think like not gremlins. Well, technically gremlins maybe, but more like gargoyles or ghouls. Elves. They're all like a race within each other. There's just like different species, just like ours. That's what they're saying. These realms. Well, these fairies are from these realms. They're not. They can go from their realm to ours, but they're just not sure if they go into the earth and they go into an earth to their realm. Or if they go to another dimension, because there's a fairy, then poof, they're gone. So, there's only very few accountings. Like, I've read upon the military getting accounting during wars at certain areas in, like, Germany and in England. They've stopped a war over, like, realizing they're both seeing mythical creatures. Like, there's no other way for them to describe it. There's a lot of encounters. Like, even in the Bible, they say that the locusts look like people. Now, when you look at a locust and you flip them this way, it kind of does look like a little person. And they say there's a tree that's in China that look like little fairies. I forget what the tree's called right now. It'll come back to me, after the video. This is not in it. But you can look it up. It's a fairy tree, and it's about, I don't know, probably about the size of my stand-up mirror they can be. And that's crazy. That is legitly crazy that there's a tree that actually looks like a little person. And yeah, in my opinion, that's crazy. People are like, it's fake, doo-doo-doo, it's for a movie prop, but I've never seen it in a movie. Not even, that would have went viral. It's gone viral about the tree plant, but in the movie, it would have went viral. Oh, this is from a movie. The girl throwing the guy against the bus and he flies up. That's in a movie. You find that out. It's like a Coke advertising or something, because people are intrigued by the paranormal everywhere around the world. So why, I'm getting off topic about fairies. I need to go back to fairies. So, there's a lot, the Bible says there's fairies. They call the locusts fairies because they flew down, they look like little people, and they ate everything. They thought they were fairies. They say Lilith, if you go, Lilith if you go into certain myths that Adam had a first wife and her name was Lilith. And people are like, well, that's not real. Well, you never know. Like, it kind of makes a little sense when Adam was made and then they took he was there for a while. Like, no. Someone, like, when you create a being, they created Alpha and Omega. That's how Adam and Eve, Alpha and Omega. It could be the other way around. It could be a woman being Alpha and a man being Omega. But not in what Lilith wanted. Supposedly Lilith wanted to be loved by and be equal, which is understandable, with her man on the same planes. Like, they should be equal. We were created by the same earth, by the same God, but God and Adam both agreed that no, woman was not equal to man. So she left. Like a typical woman. Like, if I can't be equal then to you, I don't want to be with you, you know? Like, you should be equal with your significant other. We all agree to that. But they didn't want that. So she left. He asked her several times to come back and sent angels, and she said no, like, not unless I can be equal with my significant other. And they pretty much said no. Again. So she said, no, I'm not going back. And she birthed these creatures. Like Beowulf. Like her. I think she was the queen of the monsters. Lilith was birth to all monsters and creatures. I don't think she made Nephilim. She could have. But it would have been Nephilim. If it was with an angel, right? Because she was human. But he turned her into a creature because she didn't want to obey him. Oh, let's take this. Let's look into this palette for a second first. I gotta think. But she supposedly rebelled, and then they made Eve out of a piece of Adam's bone. I'm like, you know me, it's hard for me to keep my head concentrated, because I'm a weirdo. I'm trying to put on makeup and talk to you, and sometimes multitasking. I think I'm going to use a green from here first. Isn't always my friend. Let's take this bright green. It has no colors, so it's just a bright, where's my camera? A bright green. I can't help you. You're just going to have to see my after. But she left, and supposedly her children, through time with, you know, gods and people, and she gave birth to creatures, and they end up being fairies and elves and goblins and all that. And that's where you start going to Ireland and England and everything like that, because supposedly she left that land and she moved to England or Ireland, and she's in the forest, and she's like rules this forest area, and you can get trapped in it. I forget what the forest is called too. Like, I'm slacking with my real life area info because I'm a pothead. Okay? I'm being real. What can I do? So, yeah, my videos are not intended for children, so I don't gear towards them, because I end up swearing, and I don't think you should be swearing in front of your child. In my opinion, allegedly. Do not get mad at me for that opinion. You can get mad at me for things I said before, because I'm a weirdo. But, back to fairies. So, Lilith gave birth to all these creatures, and fairies are just one of them. So, I say a fairy is something. This is where it gets a little broader. And that's why I gave you these links, because I can't keep my head tracked. So, if you want to keep tracked, watch the videos from these people these YouTubers, these channels, and they will give you a little more information and give you visuals, because that's what you guys really want. And when it came down to the most common beliefs is pagan beliefs of fairies and mythical creatures. And that would be like, it would be Vikings and oh, that went in my eye, sorry. And yeah, I'm losing track because I'm trying to do under my eye, and I stop talking when I do under anything. I'm like, sorry, I'm being silly. Alright. But like Northern mythology, I would say Viking, anything from England, Ireland, or Scotland, that's mythology. When you start coming overseas here, it's more like Canadian, who has a lot of things on fairies, because we actually have the most forest up in the whole entire world right now. Like, sad to say, they're destroying all the stuff that's in I'm doing it again. They're destroying all the trees that are in Brazil and everything. They just decided to, like, let's light these mofos up. And this one's in the Galaxy Check palette. I'm using Comet. This one here on the packaging is beautiful. I will show you it. Comet, this guy here. To put in the middle to blend, to like try and not have a line. And that's really what I do. And then I'll take probably one of these colors because I have it out, and I will highlight my brow bone. Because my video, I don't have that much time. So I want to talk more about fairies, and if I end up not finishing my makeup, I'm sorry. So I'm going to say I'll use the cheek. I always use my Essence gel. When this is done, I really want to try e.l.f. I've been using Wet n Wild for its Mega Protein. I like to put that on for after I put on that. Then I put on my Lily Lashes, Addicted. And then I put on Great Lashes, I'm Addicted. And I really want to try this one. It says it's volumizing. It's by Wet n Wild. I just bought it at the dollar store. It's like Score. For my brows, I'm probably trying to try my brow from e.l.f. I actually really like it. And I found my brow from this guy, but I like this guy better. I use e.l.f. to prime. And I'm probably going to go into this blue. It's navy blue, I'm pretty sure. Oh, deep blue. I would say it's a navy blue, but deep blue. NYX Professional Makeup Liner. So I want to talk more about the fairies and just keep it going. And if I stop and I'm not done my makeup, I'm sorry. And I'll put it on Instagram. And you can see it on Instagram down below. I'll take a picture. And I'll take one with my glasses on and off, so you can see it. And I'll start taking pictures. And I'll start leaving the makeup I put on down below. Because I didn't realize, you guys, that's all you guys want to know. And I will leave the links where I get my fairy info. Or any info that I discuss things off of YouTube with you. Because I'm not discussing things out of books. Because I don't want you guys to... All you gotta do is watch the advertising in their videos. And you help them out and get them some dough. Okay, so you watch one. That gets them some dough. Help the homies out. But paganism is the most common. Which, think about it. Vikings... England, Ireland, Scotland, like, they have the most. Like, when you start going into Germany and stuff, or into Russia, or into China, there's not really a pagan, like, belief in them. There's, like, evil worshipping. Like, I'm not going to say demons, because everyone has their own classifyings of their deities, I would call them. But doesn't mean, like, yeah, I don't think But there's so many things. Like you're best off, if you really want to see a fairy in real life with your own eyes, is to go into a deserted part of the forest where not that many people go into, or even less. Don't fall in sinking swamp. Don't get lost. Like, GPS yourself, man. I'm being serious. Do not get lost, because you'll regret it. But you're best off, if you want to see something other than maybe a cool animal, or if you're lucky you get a bear, but remember to be careful. They can climb trees. Okay? That's what I've learned in Canada. But you guys are lovely and awesome, and I'm trying to get better with talking and putting my makeup on within like 20 to 25 minutes. I don't know how. I'm not that best at writing. So, or like, I'm not that best at reading out loud, like off of a sheet. So I'm trying to go off of like a gist. Maybe instead of writing a paragraph, I want to start changing it and do point forms and be like, these are kind of topics that I want to point out. Because like, there's World War II sightings of fairies. There's fairy sightings around the world. That's only fairies, Bigfoot, anything in the ocean. That's the stuff I believe. Ghosts, I believe. Demons, I don't know. It could just be freaking people. Needy ass people. Like, move on. I'm joking. Really? Move on. You guys need to go to heaven. So you got the option to go. If you've done bad things and you think you're going to hell, start repenting, man. If you're stuck here, go do good deeds. Go do good deeds. Sorry, I was really close. But I hope you guys have a lovely day. I hope you guys still do motivation, picking yourself 5 good things about you. Still working on that. Do that to myself every day. That I tell myself that I'm awesome. My makeup looks good. I'm feeling cool. Screw the acne. And I'm going to be just fine. I feel like I burped there, and I said that a lot quick, and that's unprofessional. Love you guys. Have a lovely day. Bye.